Okay, the video is long, but I will showcase all the camos like the title has promised, and I just wanted to also talk about the gun more and to show you how pre-ranked gunsmiths are born. And so the gun itself, honestly, the draw, I love everything except the mythic weapon. Like, it is just way too wide, and I think that they should have simply kept it themed as a battleship and made it more narrow. Like, just squeeze it, and there would still be enough space for like little soldiers to run around and for a plane to crash into and whatever. And even in preview, like when you're viewing it like this, you see it looks more narrow compared to the actual in-game view. And in the match everything is just expanded unnecessarily, and it is quite annoying. Another annoying aspect is that basically you really just have to max out the gun to get a good iron sight, because the default one is not visible enough. The second one is basically a slightly improved default one. And it kind of sucks, you know, like, if I'm getting a mythic, I want to be able to simply use it without even maxing it out first. And so I also wanted to try a more aggressive build after reading this comment, and that gunsmith I showed was the initial start variant sketch. And it was really underperforming. But the diamond, as you can see, it looks quite nice. Like, it makes everything, the battlefield, covered in diamond and gold, and you can still see the soldiers running around. And we really put a lot of effort and attention into the details of this mythic. It really is too spaced out in my opinion. If it was a little bit squeezed and had good iron sights, I would say it is amazing. Now it is like, it feels like an unfinished project. Like, we started it and saw that there was too much to do after putting all the details and simply couldn't find a fix, and then said, let's just roll with it. And so afterwards I decided to try the different muzzle, I believe, and the big mag, yeah, because the reload mag, it doesn't really help at all. It still takes a lot of time to reload. Yeah, instead of the muzzle, no, not the muzzle, but the ADS increasing foregrip in this video. And so Damascus, it looks really great. The tank changes color, which is cute. And so the build itself, with big mag, you simply do not need to reload at all. And it is better compared to the fast reload mag, because it is not fast. Like, even when you put the mag as well as the slip of hand, it takes awfully long to reload. And so yeah, the match was lost, and now I added the muzzle, which increases the firing rate instead of the silencer, just to check if it would make the weapon better. And it actually did. You do lose the silencer effect, but it is easier to kill enemies when your firing rate is faster. And the platinum is probably my least favorite camo. It makes everything quite plain, you know. The Damascus one would be the best so far. Diamond is a bit, well, too much. And again, the gun really is way too spaced out in my opinion. But yeah, so fast firing rate muzzle was a good choice. It did make the gun better, but it still was not ideal. Basically the problem was awkward ADS tracking, so I had to change the stock. And this I used in my previous video, so I kind of know that it works. You have the plus 35% ADS movement speed increasement. And then I just checked some other options, but decided to give this one a try at first. And now the gold camo, which gold often looks bad, and like in preview it looks bad, in game it looks alright. And so now you can literally see how it is a lot easier to do the ADS movement tracking with the different stock. And the stock stayed throughout the gunsmiths from this point. And I think that it is kind of a must if you want to build your own gunsmith. You just need that extra smoothness while trying to shoot your enemies, because they will not be just standing still, they are moving usually. But as you can see by the longevity of the video, this is certainly not the final build. And so this time I really just wanted to check if I absolutely need all those ADS boosts, because with the Smile SMLN, not Smile, or yeah, pistol grip, it has a sprint to fire delay, I believe, deduction, which is a pretty good thing. And yeah, so I opted to use this one instead now. And now the Aether grind, it was very annoying, but the camo looks quite alright. And it really fits the main character of the draw. And here I'm jumpy because I'm really just feeling the urge to just go and kill those people there. And like, imagine that zombie character just jumping in free-for-all shipment, it gives some hard vibes. And on this Gunneter camo I don't think that it is that great, it just looks weird, like the tank, the plane, everything there, just too zombie blue. Like the gold was better, Damascus was better. It really only looks good in preview before the actual match. As for the gunsmith, so the sprint to fire delay deduction by deducing it with the other foregrip, it really made a difference, as you can see. And that attachment is going to stay as well, I think. It just makes everything smoother, and for an aggressive build you want it to be smooth. And then, since I pretty much liked everything, I still wanted to check if I can use a silencer, because it would be beneficial in ranked. And so for this variant I'm using silencer, everything else is the same. And the new camo, it did get many hate and comments when it was leaked, but on some guns it really looks nice, I would say. Like Mythic Type 19, this one it really is a very good fit in my opinion. Like it just completes the gun, it complements everything. As for the build, it was actually doing a lot worse without the firing rate increasement of the previous muzzle. And afterwards I will also try the barrel, which increases the firing rate, because the silencer, I mean, I kind of want to have them both. But eventually I will not be using a silencer. Yeah, so this was just a painful defeat, and then I wanted to give more thought into what to add next. Gave a bit of a extra reading, and so I opted to try this one out. because it increases the firing rate a lot more compared to the silencer, to this muzzle. And like overall, red zone is not that terrible considering that we have other attachments to improve those stats. And so diamond again. Oh no, I removed all the camos, I just wanted to check the plain view as well. And I think that plain one is really just enough, or you can add the new tournament camo because it fits this gun. Otherwise diamond is too much, I would say. Damascus is nice, platinum no, other camo no, gold is alright. At least this is my opinion regarding the camos on this weapon. If you have some different ideas, then be sure to let me know. I mean, I'm really just curious what your camo preferences are. And so this gunsmith, it was working a lot better, because we have great smoothness and we have the faster firing rate because of the barrel. And as you can see, I'm not even reloading, because the reloading it just takes too long, so I opted to use the big mag, I believe, in here. But later I will also remove the big mag, just because, I mean, in ranked you can just die in respawns and you don't have to reload in such case. Yeah, so the mag was on, and now I opted to remove it and try, I believe, the silencer. Yeah. And well, this build you could try using in ranked, because you have a silencer, you have a fast firing rate. But it really did not feel ideal just yet. Because even though the things that silencer do, the red zone, the negative ones, they don't really harm you much. But I just really felt that there would be something better to put on. And as for the mag size, it was not really a huge deal to only have 125 bullets, it is still a lot of bullets. And generally, you don't really want to reload with the gun. Or like worst case, if you are completely out of mag, just try to be somewhere where no enemies will be around. Which is nearly impossible. So pretty much the strategy should be to just empty mag, get killed and respawn with a full mag. And then I did not record the gunsmith changing part, but basically added the big mag again and disabled pack instead of the firing rate increasing barrel. Because I just wanted to check if slowing enemies down would be sufficient, instead of adding the barrel which increases the firing rate, you know. As the logic is basic, there are no red zone decreasements in the disabled pack. Meanwhile, the barrel it does have some downsides. And here I noticed that disabled pack it does give a positive difference. Especially compared with big mag, you can just spam bullets and like slow enemies down and kill them without worrying much. But it still was not ideal. And so then, instead of the mag, I added the barrel again and kept it alongside the disabled pack just to have the maximum to basically shoot faster and also slow enemies down, which should kind of compensate the smaller mag, because the mag is still big even if not as big as the big mag, you know. And yes, so Ether Crystal again, but I really do not like how it looks on this weapon. It's just too wide and too scattered. I think this camo is best on like lean guns, because that blue it is rather thick in color like, and it just adds too much here. And also tiered color like, what is the zombie tank? As for the Gunsmith, you can see that it is a lot better, just because you also have a fast fire rate and disable. And so after this match I did a little bit of reading to the Gunsmith attachments, just to check if there is anything else I can put on, and well, I think that for an aggressive variant this is the Gunsmith, this is the go-to Gunsmith. Even though it does lack a silencer, but I mean if your goal is to just kill as many enemies as you can before you get killed, respawn and do it again, then it doesn't really matter if they can hear you or not. And so this build, it has very smooth movement. ADS movement wise, the sprint to firing delay is reduced, and even just regular movement speed is barely impacted, so it is just a fast, nice, aggressive build. And so yeah, I think that this is the ideal option for a more aggressive, somewhat versatile playstyle. You just have to remember that reloading is awfully long, so you should not reload really. Or like do it when there are absolutely no enemies around, but it is just hard to end up in such a situation. And otherwise, well, I really want to like this Mythic because I enjoy the team. But like I said in my Iron Sights review video, I do think that it is unfortunately quite mid, which is a huge pity considering that we have certainly put a lot of attention to detail. Even with tracer bullets they are just perfect, and it could have been absolutely great if we just did not make it so big. The Iron Sights, if they were not so bad, the first and the second one. Like I said, this product, it needed some more tweaking, and then it would have been amazing. Now I can just say that I'm quite sad about it, because like it's close to being great, but just not there. Character on the other hand I really like, everything about him is cool, but like Type 19 is actually one of my favorite mythics, and it is miles better compared to this one. I think I really just got hyped too much about this draw because I expected good things, and my expectations, they were not met, so I'm just upset really. But anyway, now as the video is being processed, uploading and whatnot, I will nap. And afterwards it's time to finally check the Gunsmith in ranked, and I hope that it will not disappoint.